This week, the third week of October 2011, Florida's 3rd District Court of Appeals issued their opinion called Phillips versus Centennial. This is a profound opinion that unfortunately has slipped a bit under the radar screen, and I want to make sure we all take an opportunity to pay particular attention to this opinion and understand exactly what it means for all of us in this country, because it speaks volumes about what consumers and foreclosure defense attorneys and consumer defense attorneys in general are experiencing across the state of Florida. Now, I will draw particular attention to the judge's dissent in this opinion because, in fact, that's the only text that is in this opinion. It's a bit unusual to find that there is no majority opinion, but that there is a 9-page long dissent that this one good and honorable judge stood up and quite dramatically described what it was he saw was the problem in this particular case. The problem in the particular case that the judge so clearly identified was a series of ex parte communication between the bank and the court. Ex parte communication is when one party comes before the court and speaks about a case without the other side being present or having the opportunity to participate in the proceedings or the discussions. This is absolutely repugnant to our basic notions of justice and the fantasy that we think we understand our court system is supposed to uphold. And yet, I believe it happens far too often. One of the very disturbing things that is occurring in this state, in fact across the country, is that people that stand up against this awful machine that is our government and our country now are being persecuted. I speak very personally about this because I've been subjected to it, but far more importantly, I am aware of far too many instances, particularly in the state of Florida, where consumer defense attorneys, those good and honorable attorneys who've made it their life's call and mission to stand up for the people that they have the honor of representing, are subject to persecution, are subject to harassment and intimidation, not because they are skating the ethical edge or not because they are doing anything improper, but because they are fulfilling their sacred responsibility to defend and protect consumers and to stand up for the rule of law and justice in the courtrooms and for their clients. I am absolutely disturbed by that, and all of America needs to be disturbed by what's occurring, because when we harass and intimidate those attorneys who are standing up and doing the right thing, it does just injustice to all of us. I want every one of you to read this opinion, Phillips versus Centennial. You attorneys will particularly understand exactly what's being said in there, but consumers as well. Read what happened in that particular case and compare it to what you think you understand our justice system to be. But again, the most disturbing thing about this opinion is I believe it's just sort of the tip of the iceberg. The procedures that are adopted all across the country in courtrooms and frankly in law-making rooms in our legislatures and our executive branches are exemplified by what's described in this opinion. Read it carefully, leave your comments, share it around to everyone you can.